Dennis Weaver, Josh Peterson, Danny Catalano, Rob Clutter, and Brian Markham back on the Friday Night Thunder scoreboard show. And speaking of scoreboard, I did make a mistake earlier. I misspoke. Beach did win. Beach won over Clarksville Northeast 44-43, so all four number one seeds, what you said you were agreeing to a second ago, all number one seeds in 5A advanced to the semifinals. One number one seed in 6A football advanced tonight. In impressive fashion, Siegel defeated Riverdale 33-20, and we're joined on the phone lines by Siegel head coach Greg Wyant. Coach Wyant, first of all, congratulations on a big win, another district win for the year.
Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to get us a second district championship trophy.
Another district championship banner. I would be remiss if I didn't ask this question right off the bat. You know where it's coming from. What?
Don't know. We don't know anything yet. So
Brent Stockstill goes down, knee injury. Was iced, I guess, on the sideline. He had a great attitude, is what Rafferty was talking about on the WGNS broadcast. But still, it's too early to diagnose that sort of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't know anything right now. I think we've got him scheduled. He's got an MRI scheduled first thing in the morning, and so we'll find out a little bit more from them. So, well,
I'm wishing the best, and I think everybody does. I think that I saw a tweet earlier that said it might have been from a twit. I don't know. I saw a tweet earlier that said that he had played so well tonight that he deserved to get a D1 offer. He's just making the plays and doing all those little things. How great a performance is it tonight for Brent Stockstill prior to the injury?
He played exceptionally well. He's a tough kid, man. If anybody can play on this thing, it'd be him. He played lights out. I've been on record before. And I know there's a lot of people out there that argue with me, but I still think he's the best quarterback in the state of Tennessee, and I take him over anybody that's out there right now in our state. He just does so many great things for us, and it's not just his play on the field; it's his attitude off the field. It's his character. There's a lot that goes into him as a young man. He's like a coach on the field, and he's as tough as any kid out there. And if there's any possible way that he can be on the field next Friday night, I promise you he'll be out there going.
I know that Twitter is not the best place to evaluate the character of a person necessarily, but I think it's a pretty accurate place to compare characters of high school football players in particular. And he's always struck me as a kid that's greater among equals.
Yeah, he's around it. He hears it. When you hear him talk to the media or you hear him talk to people, he sounds like he's been coaching football for 15 or 20 years already, So, he knows what to say and when to say it and what situations to say it. And he's a great leader. I mean, he's about his teammates. I've said it over and over again. He's a very humble young man. He's not very good with praise on himself. He's very good at deflecting praise on his teammates and those types of things. And that's one of the things his teammates love him for. And it was kind of like a little bit of air coming out of the balloon when he went down. But he got a first down for us on the play. It was a very critical time in the ball game. Dakota Crane came in, who's our backup quarterback, did a great job, and we ended up scoring and really kind of putting the game away right there as Dakota came in. So, he did a good job coming in. Our kids did a great job stepping up and finishing this football game. I'm very proud of them. They fought their tails off tonight. We've been through a war zone coming back through our district again in the last 3 ball games. It ain't right. I've said it before. I'm on record as saying it, and I'll say it again. It's beat us up, and that's part of it. This time of year, and we got to play whoever's in front of us, and it just so happened to be that we ended up having to play right back through our district again.
All right, we've sat here and talked about Stockstill for so long. He would be kicking us if we were doing that. Let's talk about the rest of your kids.
Right,
Denzel Harding had a big night tonight. Talk about his play.
Ran hard. He ran very hard for us. I tell you what, for a kid that doesn't have a whole lot of size to him, He runs hard, carries ball carriers, man. He gets an extra 2 or 3 yards when you need him. Came in late and played defensive back for us. Him and Tay switch out at free safety. Did a great job for us all week long in practice and getting prepared because Tay was a little nicked up. And, Tay Martin came in and had a heck of a night for us. I'm proud of the way he responded after, his little, nick last week on the football field. We got him braced up and he played well tonight. Our defense played, man. They just played lights out. I mean, they battled all night long. I don't know if anybody, if you know about Riverdale, man, they move the ball and they do a great job. Dylan Woodruff is as good as there is as anybody around. He's another high character guy, and he's one heck of a football player, man. I tell you what, I hate to see him graduate, but I'm kind of glad to see him graduate.
You might buy him a present, huh?
That's a huge compliment to him. Now, I think the world of that kid. He's a great competitor, and they're going to put the ball in his hands when they got to have something. They did tonight. He competed very well tonight. I'm not taking anything away from that Riverdale club. That's a good football team. I don't care what anybody says.
Let's, excuse me, you got Tay Martin back tonight. How did he look?
He played well. He played exceptionally well, considering he only practiced one day this week. He struggled a little bit with an MCL strain or a meniscus strain last week. He was out of practice on Monday. Was at the doctor Tuesday, making sure everything was okay, getting rehabbed and things like that. He did a good job rehabbing, getting back. We got him braced up. He practiced on Wednesday, and he had an aunt die last week, so he had to go to a funeral on Thursday. So he's had a pretty tough week, but he's responded well, played well for us, and he's a big cog in what we try to do.
All right, you got the turnovers, you got the stops against the Riverdale team. Talk about who your stars were on defense besides the ones you've already mentioned.
Well, our 2 inside linebackers, I think, played exceptionally well. When you play against those guys, you've got to play with great discipline. I think Nick Peters and Sean McKnight both played with great discipline and played hard tonight. They're 2 warriors now inside. They've done nothing but got better the entire season. Deontay Ewan plays outside linebacker. I'm proud of him. Our front 4 up front are, they're battling every play. Darren Gregory's come in and done a great job with us. Jamison Frazier is nothing but steady Eddie. He's probably one of the most underrated football players in our district, I think. He does a great job for us at defensive tackle. And then we got the 2 twin towers at defensive end with John A. Simpson and Damian Clark. And both those guys did a great job getting some pressure on Dylan tonight.
Pancakes in the morning?
I believe Steve's cooking pancakes in the morning, man. He's excited. He's got Coach Guthrie coming over there, our offensive line coming over there and eating with him. And he said anytime you want to show up, man, he'll make you a plate.
I know, and he has given me a personal invitation. And I'm gonna tell you something. You know how us coaches are. I'm superstitious, especially softball, baseball guys. We're so superstitious, it's crazy. I have.
You ain't gonna step on the line, are you?
No, I ain't stepping on the chalk at all. But I might come up and watch you guys next Friday night if you would be kind enough to have me.
You're more than welcome, buddy. Anytime. You just let me know. Give me a call sometime during the week, and we'll get something worked out for you. Okay, bud?
All right. I appreciate it, Greg, a lot. Thank you so much for being on the show so much this year. 13-0. That's a big thing, and you've done a super job, Greg Wyant. And I know you're going to deflect all the praise and stuff, but you've done a great job, my friend. And I
appreciate that, man.
I love you.
I tell you, it's not hard. With the group of kids we got, and I tell them all the time, it's their football team. All I do is make sure the buses get here on time and get them to the ball game on time, and they play. That's basically how it's been all year long. This is a great football team with great kids. I'm proud of them, and they take care of business week in and week out.
You're a good man. I'll talk to you face to face or on the phone real soon.
No problem, Dennis. Hey, I appreciate everything you guys do for high school football, man. It's a joy.
It's a joy to cover you. Take care. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks, you too, buddy.
And tell Brooke I said hello.
I sure will, buddy. Thank you very much.
Take care. Greg Wyant, the head coach of the Siegel Stars.